You know, I wasn't originally going to make a video about this, but the gamer made an article about me, so my hand has been forced. If you just want to know how to do the mod, skip to here. Hollow Knight is a pretty good game, but not perfect. You want to know why? It doesn't have the entire Shrek movie in it. Okay, at the risk of sounding like an unfunny middle schooler, you can add Shrek to any indie darling. Oh, hello there! Instant letter grade up. Anyway, I just played Hollow Knight for the first time a couple weeks ago, and my favorite area had to be the City of Tears. The setting, the ambiance, beautiful. Especially this bit here, the Watcher's Spire. After beating a boss here, you can look through Lurian's telescope. It lets you look down on the city. It's not much, but it plays a little animation, and it's a nice little detail. It's also obviously a video clip. Look at it! Look at the compression! When I first saw this, I was playing with a friend, and we were both convinced that this is just some MP4 sitting in the files. After which we started to wonder if you could just replace the video clip with anything else. So yeah, this is really dumb. I gotta figure out how to do it. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as just dragging a video in and naming it the same thing. Hollow Knight uses the Unity engine, and assets like sprites and sounds are compressed into asset packs, so we can't get to the files directly or even check if the telescope is a video or not. However, we can use tools like Asset Studio to extract and export these files into an external folder, so we can actually see what's inside. There's actually a lot of cool stuff to look at in here, especially the sprite sheet for the night. It's got so much detail in it. Additionally, inside this folder are all the cutscenes in the game saved as WebM, including our little telescope video. Now that we know that it exists and what it's called, we can go back into Asset Studio and look and see which asset file it's located in. And it looks like it's in Shared Asset 127. So I'm going to take a completely innocuous video of my favorite yellow sleep paralysis demon and convert it to the exact same codec as the telescope video. The resolution, the frame rate, the audio sampling, everything. We want to trick the game into thinking the new video is the real video, so it'll play. The only thing we can't change is the video size, but we can change the size in the game code so it doesn't freak out when the new video is bigger. And we just inject that code into the game. Done. Now we need to inject the video into the game. I have no idea how to do this. Most Unity body tools, like UABE, let you inject images and audio files, but not whole videos. Fortunately, Foon, creator of the hilarious Death Generator, has done something like this before. So big thanks to Foon. It really is just as simple as putting the video in the file and renaming it as a resource pack. And the moment of truth.
It's the freak phone, and here's the party freak. Friday freak.
Oh my god, it actually works. You can hear the rain in the background.
900-490 freak. Join the party, the fast and easy way. You hear what's scamming from New York to LA. Call now.
Right. So immediately, I posted my findings on the Hollow Knight Reddit. And not long after, Bola Squirrel asked an interesting question. Is there a limit on the amount of time it will have you look through the telescope? Could you replace this with the entirety of Shrek? So 3 hours later of putting Shrek through FFMPEG and... oh. I feel like this is like putting Doom on a TI-84 calculator, but yeah, it does work. The movie plays in its entirety, and it also loops once it finishes. It takes way longer to load, and the audio is way buggier. It seems to switch between the left and right channel a lot, but it does work. I actually did watch the entire movie like this. I'm amazed that the engine can play a huge 1.3 gigabyte file like this when it's like a seventh of the size of the game. Alright, so I bet you're wondering how to do this. or not. I don't care. Who cares? But I'm going to show you anyway. You will need FFMPEG and UABE. I'll put links in the description. To install FFmpeg, extract it to the root of your C drive. Afterwards, rename that folder to just FFmpeg. And then double check and make sure there's no duplicate folders in here, just the FFmpeg stuff. Then search CMD in Windows Search and run it as admin. I know it says System32, it's not scary, I'm not hacking. Run this command. This just sets a path variable so you can use FFmpeg. Alright, restart your computer. Open it again and type this command. If you see all the FFmpeg stuff, you're all set. For UABE, just pick the version you need and extract it. That's it. There are several clips that you can replace in Hollow Knight. All the ones I found are here. To replace them, you'll need to know what asset pack they're in, and lucky for you, I've already found all of them. I've only tested these 4 so far. The telescope and ending B seem to work fine, however the prologue and intro have an issue. They share an asset pack, so if you replace one, it deletes the other and the game crashes. They could probably be replaced with a different method, but not this one, unfortunately. I haven't tested these other ones, but I'm assuming they work considering they don't share asset packs. When you figure out what video you want to replace, keep track of its shared assets number. You'll need it to replace it later. I'm just going to do the telescope again for a demonstration. Go ahead and download whatever video you want. I'm going to use this one. Sorry. After that, copy the directory it's in and do a cd command with the location. That just switches FFmpeg so it's looking at the right folder. Alright, now we can convert this to the right format. I'll put all these commands in the video description, but first we have to get the video to the right resolution and frame rate, and we can use this command. Be sure to change yourvideo.filetype with the name of your video and its file type, but don't change anything else in the other commands. I already did that for you. Next, we need to make sure the audio is the same. Go ahead and run this command. It'll make sure the audio sampling is okay. Then after that, we're going to change the format. So run this command. It'll switch it to WebM, which is what the game uses. And then finally, we're going to need the frame count later. So go ahead and run this command and keep track of this number. It's how many frames are in the video. Alright, now let's edit the game files. Open UABE and click File and Open and locate your Hollow Knight game. Once you find it, go into Data and find the asset packs. They should be near the bottom. You're looking for the shared asset.asset file that matches your video number. For the telescope, it's shared assets 127.assets. Go ahead and click it. Once you open your file, you should see all the assets in that file. So all you have to do is click on type and switch it to video clip so you can see all of them. Click the one that matches the name of your video and has video clip as its type. Click export dump and then save it somewhere. It doesn't matter where. Go ahead and find it and right click, edit. We need to change 2 things here. Frame count is the frame count we took earlier, so go ahead and put that in. M_size is the total size of the new video. So just go ahead and find your video, right click it, properties, and just put in this number without the commas. And then hit File, Save, and go back to UABE. Select the video clip again, hit Import Dump, and click on the text file that you just edited. Then hit File and Save All. Almost done. Go back to your Hollow Knight data folder. Take your converted video and put it into this folder. rename it to shared assets, and then your asset number dot resource. Delete the normal one, or just put it somewhere safe, and then rename the new one and remove the mod part. That makes it so that it's running the same thing. Make sure you select view file type extensions and that your file type changes to a resource file. It won't work if you don't do that. It needs to not be a video file anymore. It should be .resource. And then open up your game. Moment of truth. Amazing. If you just see a black screen, it means the video isn't loading and you probably did something wrong. Make sure your edited video file type is a resource file. Anyways, I hope people can make some cool mods and creations with this. It's pretty funny, and I'm also pretty confident that this is gonna work with Silksong when it releases, so keep an eye out for that. And now for a completely normal Hollow Knight ending.
Put a new 40s on the G. I jump into bloody boxes on the knee. Cause all my niggas got it out in the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my G. I remember leading them all with the whole team. Now niggas paying some calls cause I'm hauling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas salty. All this design on my body got me drip drip. Hey, straight up body, I think I'm a big trip. If I got up on a lean, I'm a sip sip. I run the racks up with my clean like London. But I got rich on all these niggas, I did it for